Hello and welcome to the news at 10 on NTA News 24. We are live in Abuja. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olajide Bello. First, the headlines. Appeals to shelve planned national protest remain unabated. Hope in sight for amicable resolution of farmer herders conflict as Livestock Committee updates President Bola Tinubu on consultations. Presidential initiative on compressed natural gas makes more incursions to quicken free conversion of commercial vehicles. The renewed Hope Livestock Reforms Committee has promised that Nigeria will have a report implementable towards solving the farmers' herders' clash in 2 weeks. Co-chair of the committee, Professor Atayoru Jega, made the commitment after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the State House. State House correspondent Musbao Danwahab reports.
The branches you recommend and promote, I will work with it for the success of this program and the first success of the entire nation. So we will leave a Nigerian flag without stain to our children. Thank you.
2 weeks ago, President Bola Tinubu confirmed the political will of his administration towards finding a lasting solution that has appeared elusive for years to the violent clashes between farmers and herders in Nigeria. The committee long swung into action, and yet again is another demonstration to press home the urgency of purpose. Chairman of the committee himself, President Tinubu met his co-chair, the secretary, as well as the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security. It was a strategic conversation in the topmost office. Returning from the owner of a vision, the committee's mission becomes clearer.
We have received great encouragement by Mr. President, given his recognition of if we get this thing right, we will add tremendous value to so many things really in our country.
Mr. President today has expressed his excitement, has expressed his anxiety, and he's very anxious for this to take off. You are well aware that a new ministry has been created by Mr. President, and he is waiting for the report so that the ministry can take off immediately after the report has been submitted by the committee.
The farmers' herders' crisis has grown in complexities over the years, but the committee, with its array of intellectuals, says it is approaching the issues with clear understanding of the sensitivities.
The challenges have been many, and I will not say it is not going to be difficult. It will be difficult, but it is not impossible to actually get it right. And I know that all the members of the committee are focused in terms of ensuring that we get this thing right.
But then, they are certain of the efficacy of their reports in the making to rewrite the story of livestock industry in the country.
So Nigerians should expect from our committee recommendations that, if successfully implemented, could add tremendous value in terms of achieving those defined objectives of opening up the opportunities in the livestock sector and also helping mitigate crises and conflicts which are associated with this sector.
I'm sure and I have full confidence that the report will be something that will see results in both the immediate, short and mid-term and even long-term solutions to what we see in the livestock industry now.
From the State House, Musbao Danwahab, NTA News.
And to the planned nationwide protest, the Progressives Governors Forum has appealed to Nigerians to give the Tinubu presidency more time to fully launch the path for economic rebirth and prosperity. Chairman of the forum of Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, made the appeal immediately after a closed-door session that lasted several hours in Abuja. The forum says resolving to test the will of government by embarking on protest in view of the current economic challenges was inconsequential and repugnant to the renewed hope agenda.
We will use this opportunity also to advise our young boys and girls, our young men and women, to desist from being instigated into causing crisis or chaos in the country. Already Nigerians have suffered enough. The global economic recession, the insecurity in Nigeria, the political tension occasioned by instigations and campaign of calumny by opposition parties, the social media attack on various policies of government. We want to advise for the interest of the country and as a show of patriotism, our citizens must take ownership of this country because we have no other country we can call our own outside Nigeria. So we think that it is not wise at this moment for any demonstration by any group of persons, be it in whatever guise, so that we can manage the challenge of insecurity, the challenge of national minimum wage, the challenge of food security, and then the struggle to come out of the current economic recession.
The governors who currently occupy more than 20 states appreciate President Tinubu for initiating intervention programs, funds, palliative support, as well as improving the security and investment environment. Meanwhile, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, George Akume, has met with some ministers with the aim of profiling solutions to a myriad of socio-economic challenges the country is currently facing, especially to avert the national protest being proposed by some Nigerians. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, disclosed some of the issues under discussion at a closed-door meeting that lasted some hours.
Those that are agitating or are asking for protest are Nigerians. They are our brothers, they are our sisters, they are all Nigerians, and those also in position of authority, the ministers, the president, and everybody are all Nigerians all. So this is a family matter, this is a Nigerian family issue, and all of us are looking at this issue very well, and we do hope that peace will prevail at the end of the day. Engagements have been ongoing. The president has met several with all key stakeholders. I have also been meeting with key holders. Other government functionaries are meeting with other key stakeholders. The engagement is going to continue in the interest of Nigeria. At the end of the day, Nigeria is going to be better for it.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Youth Development, Jamila Abiy Ibrahim, has also added her voice urging Nigerians to shelve the proposed protest as government is on top of the situation. In the meantime, more Nigerians are speaking against the planned protest by some group of Nigerians. Dana Wala, former spokesman of the PDP presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Atiku Abubakar, who spoke to State House correspondents after visiting President Bola Tinubu, believes such protests, with the manner it has been planned, is capable of slowing down the trajectory of development in the country.
Everybody has right, to show his dissent. Right to protest is constitutional. But if you look at the situation that we are facing today, and you look at the talking point even in social media, you will understand that this protest is not built to end in peace. And if you go to a protest that turned violent, you are likely to find that the people you claim to be fighting for, you end up destroying their shops, looting their shops, burning infrastructure of government. At the end of the day, we'll be taken aback, and then government will start all over again. If you look at Kenya, that is what is happening. Government will continue to run, but then where we have gone backwards because our people will continue to be in hunger and duration. And I'm glad that the president is making all the effort to meet with the needs.
He also speaks about his intention to return to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC.
Yes, I'm on my way to APC, and that is where I have always belonged. Remember, we've been in APC for 8 years, and I am sure that my efforts in APC and my support since you are in the media, you all know, right from the days of President Buhari for 8 years. I left because of differences, but I'm back. And I think at this time it's not about party. It's about us coming together as a country to make sure that the country not only survives, that it's on a good trajectory. When that time for politics comes, those who are there will do. But I'm fully committed to President Bola Tinubu, and in the coming days, I will do my official re-entry to APC.
Meanwhile, more calls have gone out to Nigerian youth, particularly in the northern part of Nigeria, to have a rethink on the planned national protest. One of the latest is from the Rebuild Arewa Initiative for Development, RAID, following its engagement with various civil society organizations on the state of the nation. Dennis Adegunle reports.
President of the Rebuild Arewa Initiative for Development, Balarabe Rufai, in a communique read following deliberations, stressed that they are opposed to any protest given the history of protests, particularly in West Africa and the Sahel region.
A common example of protest turns to violence in African countries are the uprising in Libya, the protests in Sudan, the mass action in Kenya, the June 12 in Nigeria, and most recent protests here in Nigeria, the End SARS protest. We want to use this opportunity to caution our fellow countrymen and women, especially the younger generation, that at this very critical time, protest is not the answer to the lingering problem of our nation.
He highlights their various recommendations to governments on how to make life much easier for Nigerians, including dealing with the energy crisis by getting refineries up and running as soon as possible, as well as full operationalization of the Mambilla hydropower project, revitalization of agro-allied industries, and subsidizing the needs of farmers, the group says, should also be a major focus of government.
The present administration, the leader of Nigeria's government and the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has also been involved in one way or the other in trying to demand for the right of Nigerians in the past. So we know he will listen, and we also believe he will act. So we as civil society organizations are saying that we will not be part of anything protest, but we will be part of dialogue, a bigger dialogue. From here, whatever that is here will be sent to the government. We know them, they know us, we will follow it up to them.
Rebuild Arewa Initiative for Development aims at fostering peace, unity and development through stakeholder engagements and advocacy. In Abuja, Dennis Adegunle, NTA News.
To the National Assembly now. Putting in place a secured and effective identity management system is crucial to the socio-economic and political development of societies. This informed the recent move to establish a national identity database under the National Identity Management Commission. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports stakeholders at the public hearing agree that it would enhance efficiency in data protection.
This engagement is part of efforts to enhance inclusivity and efficiency in identity management and to prevent identity theft.
All over the world, that data and data utilization is really the key for development, especially in the changing world that we have.
Both the Population Commission and NIMC, as far as we are concerned, are far behind some of our key agencies in Nigeria. So we want to make sure that we pretend this rapid movement towards digitalization and biometrics.
They believe establishment of a national identity database is of essence to national security. The Director General of NIMC speaks on protective measures which include streamlining the sharing of data.
This new act that has been enacted will allow us to be able to further drive the governance approach to ensuring provision of access to services nationwide in Nigeria.
In another development, the Senate Committee on Diaspora had an interaction with some Nigerians in diaspora who visited in company of the management of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission.
It's all about understanding each other. And I think the best way to do that is by coming here to understand, because a lot of perceptions that's made when you don't understand.
And looking forward to us building bridges between the state of New York and the country of Nigeria. I think that there's lots of things that we can do together. I think on the education front, we can build people-to-people relationships and institutional relationships between universities here and our state university and our city university of New York.
We have to find ways to ensure that both sides benefit from immigration, that it's not resulting in a brain drain, but that there's obviously the repatriation of knowledge back to Nigeria in ways that help strengthen the economy.
We are ready to collaborate with you in that regard. Energy, of course, education. So you touched the sensitive, critical areas. So your visit is going to open the doors for us to collaborate in this regard.
Nigerians at home connecting with Nigerians in the diaspora is very critical. And beyond Nigerians in the diaspora, our brothers and sisters, the historic African diaspora, we're also connecting with them because together we need to build the continent, the country, and it's important to work together, trade and all that, and then regular migration. These are things we want to encourage.
Both sides seek ways of partnership in nation building on a global scale. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
This is the news at 10 and NTA News 24. More reports after this break. Please stay with us.
Nigeria, a land of rich culture and diverse voices, where every voice matters. In times of disagreement, let's choose dialogue over discord. Together, we can find solutions through understanding and respect. Let's build a stronger Nigeria, one conversation at a time. Dialogue, not protest. Unity, not division. Nigeria, united in dialogue.
Thanks for being there. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission has constituted metering audit and advanced cargo declaration teams following the Federal Executive Council's approval of the implementation of two key projects by the Commission to audit upstream metering measurements and facilities in the Nigerian oil and gas industry. Lydia Sampson reports that it is also to advance cargo declaration geared towards transparency in the upstream.
Inaugurating the teams, Commission Chief Executive Benga Komolafe charged them to be proactive in strengthening the Commission's regulatory oversight in line with President Bola Tinubu's vision and renewed hope agenda. He reminded them that one of the Commission's objectives, as specified in the Petroleum Industry Act, is to ensure upstream petroleum operations are carried out in a manner that minimizes waste and achieve optimal government revenues and ensure reporting of oil and production is regularly reviewed and improved upon to keep pace with the rapidly evolving industry.
Following the approval of the Federal Executive Council led by our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, given that it is the commitment of the government to ensure that we are able to account for our production transparently. So for us, this ceremony is designed to flag up the implementation of this very important and project. That is what has just taken place.
Metering audit and advanced cargo declaration project teams are crucial in the upstream oil and gas industry to ensure accurate measurement and declaration of hydrocarbons production and transportation. This is because they are responsible for ensuring accurate measurement and conduct of audits of metering systems to detect any errors or discrepancies, verifies meter calibration and certification. It also identifies and addresses measurement errors or biases and ensure compliance with industry standards and regulations. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Determined to fast-track compressed natural gas utilization, the Presidential Initiative on CNG has signed a memorandum of understanding with 5 entities for free conversions of commercial vehicles through their unions across the country. Lydia Sampson reports.
The Presidential Initiative on Compressed Natural Gas is targeting commercial vehicles, including mass transit buses and transportation network companies, as part of efforts to directly crash down cost of transportation.
We've identified 123 conversions workshops. Our goal, if you remember when we launched this last year, was that we should have 100 by the end of this year. But just in the month of July, we've already identified 123. And our goal ultimately is to have between 1,000 and 2,000 of them operational in country by the year 2027.
The signing of the MOU is seen as a step towards going beyond words to actualize gas-driven transportation across the country. The PICNG conversion partners have committed to diligently executing the President's mandate on CNG.
When this conversion is done, not only transportation of people that will come down by about 50%, but even the cost of food will come down considerably, because transport is a major factor in the cost of carrying food from the hinterland to the urban area.
If things works as it is, I believe the cost of transportation will reduce. Our members are eagerly awaiting for this Laudi project.
We at Bolt, we see this as an opportunity to offer some relief to the people of Nigeria in terms of transportation, and we definitely are on board to make sure that it's a successful initiative for the government and for the people of Nigeria.
They applauded President Bola Tinubu for the gas revolution, which they noted will have ripple effects on reduction of high cost of livelihood and enable savings. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
The Sporty TV has announced the successful acquisition and subsequent issuance of the terrestrial broadcasting rights for the Paris Olympics 2024 to the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA. This landmark agreement will ensure that millions of Nigerians have free access to watch the world's most prestigious sporting event. Under the partnership, NTA will broadcast live coverage of selected events at the Paris Olympics, bringing the excitement, drama and achievements of the Games to the households across Nigeria. The Director General of NTA, Saliu Abdulhamid Dembo, said NTA is proud to have secured the rights to broadcast the event. He said the agreement represents a significant milestone in sports broadcasting in Nigeria, promising to inspire a new generation of athletes and sport enthusiasts. The Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Lokoja, has received the Ombudsman Achievers Awards 2024 for its strategic collaboration with the Public Complaints Commission in promoting justice administration in Kogi State. Jonathan Omajali reports from Lokoja.
The Public Complaints Commission was established in 1975 to ensure accountability and transparency in the operations of government agencies and organizations, and to prevent the misuse of administrative powers by public officials both within and outside government establishments. In Kogi State, the Commission has closely monitored government agencies, leading to a visit by its leadership to the Nigerian Television Authority, Lokoja. However, the Nigerian Ombudsman did not come to address non-compliance or legal abuses by the organization. Instead, the visit was to commend and reward NTA Lokoja for providing quality services to the public without infringing on citizens' rights.
We believe in you, in the entertainment, the advertisement, news, and whatsoever. We thank you very much for the track records being achieved by you. In Public Complaints Commission, Nigerian Ombudsman, normally we don't give awards to people, but to believe the organization that we know they do best, they perform better, and they carry out their responsibility based on the service delivery. On that, we give award to those people, which NTA is one of them.
The General Manager of NTA Lokoja, Yahaya Adam, said the award would motivate the station to serve the public even better.
We should understand that this is not an award just to Lokoja, it is an award
to the entire NTA. This we highly, highly appreciate and cherish. And the message is very clear. What it means is more dedication and more service.
With a commitment to public service, more accolades are expected for the station. Jonathan Omajali, NTA News.
And that concludes News at 10 and NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Olajide Bello.